Hey everybody, today I'm going to talk about the advantages both sides had during the Revolutionary War, and I'm going to start with the British. The whole idea of this video is that I'm going to show you how, with just a logical thought process, you can easily figure out this sort of thing on your own. So, when you're thinking about the British, you have to take into consideration the fact that they had enough money that they had colonies in the first place. The fact that they have colonies shows you that they have a lot of money. They have more resources than the colonies could ever hope to have. And on top of this, because they have money, they can pay for more soldiers. So they had more resources and they had more soldiers than the colonists did. Okay, and the final thing you need to consider when you're talking about the British advantage is that the colonies were founded by Britain, which means that everyone in the colonies, everyone there is British. So, despite the fact that a lot of people were willing to fight the British, 1/3 of the colonists stayed loyal to Britain throughout the entire Revolutionary War, and they were willing to help Britain. Now we're going to move on to the colonists' advantage. Think about this, okay? They showed up in just forest and built their houses from the ground up. They know the land, okay? So I'm going to draw a tree to represent that. They know the land. They know where it's best to hide and to camp and to fight and all that sort of thing, and the British have no clue because they've never been there before. Also, the colonists are fighting to protect all the little children and babies. So this is a baby. The curl of hair. They're fighting to protect their family. Rather than the British, they're all just fighting to keep a piece of land that most of the soldiers don't really even care about. So the colonists know the land and they have the incentive. Also, this is the final thing, they have better military techniques. In part because of George Washington, who was an amazing leader, but mostly because of guerrilla warfare taught to them by the Native Americans. Okay, think about it like this. Up until now, battles had been a very proper sort of event, where both sides were marching towards each other at the same time, while both of them were clearly visible. So these are two armies, they both know exactly what's going on right now. That's the way it was, all before this. But the colonists learned from the Native Americans guerrilla warfare, which is where you sort of sneak up on your opponents and try and attack them quickly and then escape. So picture this. The British are walking through the forests in their bright red uniforms and loud marching drum. Meanwhile, the colonists are wearing browns and grays and hiding behind trees with a very clear view of the opposing army. They can sneak up and attack quickly, catching the British off guard. So those are their advantages.